Hey guys, Brian delivers you the goods here. I'm returning to you for another review. This is actually going to premiere on the 15th, but at midnight or 1 a.m. or something like that. I'm not 100% sure, but I'll keep you posted. Or this video will premiere sometime after midnight or so. So this is for a new album review, but this is not premiering till September 15th, of course. So this is for Rina Sawayama's Hold the Girl album that I just got done listening to like 3 times now, as of listening to it for the past 2 days and marinating on my thoughts on it. So basically, I was giving it a good hard listen. That was a messenger or whatever, so sorry about that. Yeah, basically, sorry about the messages and all that from Messenger. It's messing with me or whatever, so sorry about that. Basically, I'm gonna discuss what I listened to for this Rina Sawayama Hold the Girl album that I just got done listening to and let you know my thoughts on it. So let's dive into this album review. This new album review. Now, I did review Sawayama if you want to go check it out, and because it's a pretty good review. I might have said something a little off-putting to some of my viewers, and to that extent, I'm very sorry that I mentioned something having to do with the word racism. I didn't mean it in that way. I just was pointing out an obvious observation on what I've collected my thoughts on. But to get into the track list for Hold the Girl, we start with Minor Feelings. Pretty good start, honestly, to open up the album. Rina's vocals sound really opera-ish in this, and it sounds really good. I really like how it's sounding overall. The start of it, of course, it starts off pretty melodic and very mellow, and that's how she wanted to start it off. So basically, 5 out of 5 for Minor Feelings. I really enjoyed this track. Next is the title track, Hold the Girl, which I listened to it on July 27th. Definitely go check out that track review if you haven't seen it yet. I think you'll enjoy it. Hold the Girl was a pretty good song. There is some electronic work in the pop stuff that she does with this pop uh R&B stuff that she does, but it works pretty well for what it's going for, so 5 out of 5. This Hell was another song I reviewed. I didn't review it until like maybe on the 19th of June, I believe, when I did my Reason Why video. So, yeah, or a certain video I did. It was the day I did my Reason Why video, and then I basically did another video with this track review. But yeah, this Hell is a pretty good song. It's basically sending like homage to, or whatever I'm trying to say, to the LGBTQ community. So basically the song represents the LGBTQ community, and that was when Pride Month was around back in June of this past summer, of course. So 5 out of 5 for this Hell. Catch Me in the Air was another song that came out surprisingly a month after this Hell song came out, which this Hell technically came out on May 18th, but the video didn't come out till like June, middle of June, I believe, 15th or 16th or something like that. So it was a pretty cool music video, and so was Catch Me in the Air. I really love that track. I like how it fades out at the end. The hold in your dreams, just hold in you now kind of thing and all that. It sounds really good with how Rina is singing it. So I really like this. She made this song in dedication to her mother and how she was raised and all that. How Rina was raised growing up and all that. So that was what the song was basically about. So 5 out of 5. Forgiveness is a pretty good track. Really like this one. So 5 out of 5 for this one. Rina's vocals in it sound really good, and I like the ending, the outro to the song where it builds into like this clock tower going ow ow kind of thing or whatever. Not the way I'm doing it, but basically, yeah. Forgiveness is a pretty good song, and I like that it leads into the next track, which is Holy Till You Let Me Go. So 5 out of 5 for Forgiveness. Now to talk about Holy Till You Let Me Go. One of my favorite tracks on this album for sure. Um, really like it, and the production is pretty well done on this track. So 5 out of 5 for this one. And sorry that I'm dragging this review out longer than I thought. I usually would rate it by now, but yeah, it's probably going to be a little lengthier because I got distracted by messenger messages and all that. So to let's continue with what I was trying to say. Holy Till You Let Me Go is a pretty good track. I like Rina's vocals in it, and it's getting a 5 out of 5. Your Age was it was something, but it was weird for sure, and the electronics is overutilized too much with this track. It could have been better executed, but this is what we're getting. So 4 out of 5 for Your Age. It wasn't my favorite. The beat was kind of oddly annoying, and uh, with the pop dubstep beat or whatever, it just didn't work. Or that synth pop beat just didn't work with this track. It just made it ear-gratingly annoying a bit, in my personal opinion. So 4 out of 5. But Rina sounds alright in the track, so yeah. Imagining was another weaker song. I think it's weaker than Your Age, in my opinion, so 3.5 out of 5. This is where the album starts to slip up a bit, but not too much. So, yeah. Imagining just had weird vocal pitches from Rina, and basically it just didn't flow right with how it was sounding. And the electronics is really overplayed and overutilized in this track. Like, it's not very well executed with this song, and it doesn't work. So, yeah, 3.5 out of 5. Frankenstein is a pretty good track. I really like the beat to it. And Rina sounds really good vocally in this track. She did very well producing it, and so did was the mixing in this process of this track was really good. More like a Halloween song, but it's pretty enjoyable. So 5 out of 5. Hurricanes is a really good song. We got a teaser for this track from Rina about a few weeks ago, before Phantom came out. I think it was about a month ago or something like that, I believe. I thought they were going to release this as a single. I kind of wouldn't be surprised if this comes out as a single sometime before the 16th when this album's supposed to come out, which I think this should be a single. It's a pretty good song. So, 5 out of 5 for Hurricanes. Send My Love to John is another pretty good track. It's more mellow, has acoustic work in it, and it does pretty well with what it's sounding like, so 5 out of 5. It's more of a ballad, kind of acoustic ballad song that Rina did with this track. Now to talk about Phantom, I reviewed this track about a few weeks ago, or 2 weeks ago, or 3 weeks ago, depending on when uh, I'm recording this on the 10th, but basically this is coming out for you guys on the 15th. So yeah, I might be doing it way too early, but that's when I found it. I found it on September 8th, but I didn't want to tell you guys. But basically, you're going to be in for a pretty interesting review for this album review. But yeah, Phantom is a pretty good track. I really enjoyed this track, and Rina's vocals sound really good in the chorus, and the verses are pretty well done with how the lyrics are turning out. So 5 out of 5. Now the final track, To Be Alive. Pretty good song for sure. I really like it. Closes out the album pretty well and has a good fade out at the end. So 5 out of 5. Overall production, mixing, and execution, I think Rina Sawayama Hold the Girl is a little weaker than Sawayama album, but there are some good things about this album. Most of the tracks did pretty well, except for Your Age and Imagining. Those were my least favorites on this album. Very least favorites. It kind of ruined some of the album's mixing and production. Those songs just didn't click with me, in my opinion. So overall, I think Rina Sawayama Hold the Girl album was average. It's an average listen, so definitely give it a shot and see what you think of it. So first score for me, I'm giving Rina Sawayama Hold the Girl album. I'm gonna give it a 7.5 out of 10. This was an average listen. It's not too bad. Um, I was really impressed with most of the tracks, but Your Age and Imagining kind of brought the rating down by 2.5 of from a 10. 10 minus 2.5, which is 7.5 out of 10. So basically that's how I calculated it in my how I view it at least, but it's still a solid album. So yeah, give it a shot and see what you think of it come September 16th. So with that being said, comment below. Let me know what you guys thought of Rina Sawayama's Hold the Girl album if you've listened to it. I know this is premiering. I'm recording it way too soon. It's just I found it a week early because I downloaded it, of course. But basically, it was a solid listen. It's average for what it is. I enjoyed majority of the tracks, but two of the songs kind of brought the rating down, which was Your Age and Imagining. But if you did enjoy this album review, and I'm sorry that it's a long album review, comment below and let me know your thoughts on it. Tap a like on this video if you liked it. Subscribe to my channel if you can. Support the channel. I will be returning to you for more videos. Um, but this is premiering like a couple days from now on when I'm recording it. But until then, stay safe, guys. Take care. Um, Hopefully you'll enjoy this album and give it a shot and see what you think of it, because there are some enjoyable tracks on this album, but two of the songs kind of ruined the reception of how I perceived this album. But still, it did solid. So 7.5 out of 10. Stay safe, take care, guys, and as always, I will see you in my next review.